How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I am really excited for a few different reasons today. First of all, I'm really excited about the video that I'm going to talk to you about because this is a company that was just IPO'd that Ark Invest is buying. It's under the ticker MASS. The company is 908 Devices. It has high growth. It went up 145% on the IPO date, and Ark Invest bought over $17 million worth right away. So I'm excited about that. Second thing I'm excited about is that we are shooting on something different today. So usually I shoot on my iPhone 6, but I've upgraded. Now I have an iPhone 12. We're going to try it out. Hopefully there's a little bit of a difference. Hopefully the camera's a little bit better. Hopefully everything goes smoothly because this is my second time shooting this. There was something with the camera that didn't allow me to upload it, so I had to change that, but hopefully everything goes smoothly from now on. I think it's definitely going to be a learning process, but it's awesome so far, so hopefully that's all good, and hopefully I stop saying hopefully. Now, on this video today, the company is 908 Devices, so I think to do it justice, we should get 908 likes on the video. We should also get 908 new subscribers on the video, so if you would like to, you can share it to someone else that you know. Also, I do want to hit on the fact that I am an affiliate of a new company, and I'll explain this in a video more in depth. I've already shot the video. I'm just waiting to finalize some stuff with the company, but it's for BlockFi. So this is a company that I am moving money to. They pay very high interest rates on some of your money. So I'll explain it more in depth in the future, but Andre Jick uses it. He's talked about in some of his videos. They reached out to me. I did an extensive amount of research on the company to make sure it was the right fit. And I am going to move a significant amount of my money over there because they pay up to 8.6% APY. So again, I will go into it more in the future, but if you want that link, you can check it out. There's the link in the description below. So you can check out the company. Again, if you want to see my second channel, there's also a link to that. It's under My Financial Friend 2. I've done a video on them there. So if you want to see that, you can check it out on the second channel. And, if we can get 908 WeBull signups, that would be awesome too. I know we won't, but if you guys want those, you can get 4 free stocks down below. You could get $908 because 2 of the stocks are worth up to $1,600 each. And if you want to see my Patreon, you can check that out down below too. You can see what I'm buying and selling. 908 Devices is the company we're talking about today. As you can see, it's $49 a share. They priced this at $20 a share, went up dramatically, 145%. Now, just looking at Ark Invest, if you want to see this website, I talk about it in a lot of videos. People still ask me what it's called, even though I say it's called lucidtracking.com. They bought 350,000 shares, $17.15 million worth the first day. Now, I find this quite interesting because this is in one of their smaller ETFs. I think it's always an interesting thing when Ark Invest buys an IPO, and honestly, I don't think I've seen it yet. I don't know if I've seen them actually buy an IPO, but you can see some of the stuff that they're buying in this portfolio. It's in this middle one here, 1,267,000, 4 million, 4 million. That's actually a big one, 7 million. A lot of them are around 1 to 2 million on the day. And then you have MASS, which is $17 million worth. So let's take a look at the company. They had their IPO of 6.5 million shares of common stock at $20 a share. They were expecting about $130 million worth from this of proceeds. They also set an additional 975,000 shares aside to be able to be traded in the future. They are democratizing laboratory mass spectrometry with its simple handheld and desktop devices addressing critical to life applications. Now, I'm going to go over some of their financials. They were hard to find, so I would suggest staying through to the end because you can't just Google this and find it in an investor presentation. You have to look through some SEC documents. So I'll hit on those in a second, talking about the company a little bit more. But their devices are used at the point of need to interrogate unknown and invisible materials and provide quick, actionable answers to directly address some of the most critical problems in life science research, bioprocessing, pharma and biopharma, forensics, and adjacent markets. So what's this mean? Well, mass spectrometry is an analytical tool used for measuring the mass to charge ratio of one or more molecules present in a sample. Now, unless you use this in your daily life, This probably doesn't mean much to you. I mean, I was even pre-med and I don't fully understand exactly what they do. They make devices for laboratories, essentially, for science labs, it sounds like. Now, the stock went up and down from about 46 to 52, a little bit volatile, normal on IPO dates. Total addressable market, $4.8 billion in 2020. Now, this is for all their devices. They expect this to grow about 5.5x for an estimated $22 billion market over the next 5 years. So they're expecting the market to blow up essentially over the next 5 years. Now, since the launch of their first device, they've sold more than 1,200 handheld and desktop devices to over 300 customers in 32 countries, including 18 of the top 20 pharmaceutical companies by 2019 revenue. They also have sold to domestic and foreign government agencies and leading academic institutions. Now, this is pretty significant to me that they've been able to sell to this many pharmaceutical companies that are top pharmaceutical companies and government agencies. They've sold 1,200 devices, and they say here that they've generated 9.6 million and 21.2 million in the first 9 months of 2019 and 2020, which represents 120% period over period growth. I know some of their devices are like 112,000, I believe, or 130,000. So these are very expensive devices. I think that lends itself to be good and bad in the sense that they're probably not going to sell 100 at a time to, a college or anything like that. But generally, people don't make a big fuss between, let's say, a $110,000 item and a $115,000 item. If you're buying the item that's that expensive, you probably care about the quality more than anything else. So I think that probably lends itself to be good in the future. But that's just my opinion on it. Now, they had 120% growth period over period, year over year. And they also had a decrease in net losses from 12.9 million to 2.6 million over the 9-month period again. So 2019 to 2020, they decreased losses by about $10 million. Now, they say that they've derived a majority of their revenue from government customers, and they can't give any assurance as to the future results or the success of their sale efforts, but they believe they will continue to derive that significant portion of revenue from the government sector. Some people would be worried about that. I think this is just because they are a new IPO. They don't want to go out and make false claims or anything like that or be too bullish on their own company. They want to be a little bit cautious, so that's why they're saying they can't make any promises. Just looking at their revenues, though, you can see they actually dropped in revenue from 22 million to about 18 million from 2018 to 2019. It looks like a majority of that is license and contract revenue. Their product and service revenue still went up. I think that they'll have a really good year this year. And I like this company. I think there is some risk because it is really early on. They haven't sold a ton of products. I mean, we're talking about 1,200, which is decent, but it's not like they have a massive market in how many customers they can actually sell to. But these are really high quality clients. I mean, we're talking about government agencies, institutions. They have a very expensive product and they have a pretty large addressable market. So I think you should definitely look at this company. I am not buying it yet. I'd like to see more information on it. It's pretty hard to find information on the company right now. I mean, if you Google it, you can see like Seeking Alpha, but it's hard to get breakdowns on analysts' expectations, and it's hard to get information you have to get from like the SEC. But I'd like to see more coverage on this, see what people think about it. Again, I like that Ark Invest was buying it right on the IPO date. I like that it seems to be a favorite for the fact that it went up almost 150%. But let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out WeBull and BlockFi. I really appreciate that. Thank you for hitting the like button and hitting subscribe if you haven't hit subscribe. We do daily videos, sometimes multiple times a day, on whatever is relevant in the market. Thank you guys.